Hang on, I got it.
Do you have the drone?
I got it. Hang on, I'm taking off.
Come on, Cooper, this is taking forever.
Here we go. Whoa!
Over here, Cooper.
Here we go. Nope. And we're back.
It's Friday Night Street Racing with Marcus Firegone.
And Sweet JP.
And a little help from Cooper. We're here with episode 22.
And I'm going to be your host again for Yellowline 1, Race 2.
If you haven't seen Race 1, go back to episode 20 to watch it.
We're standing here next to Boxer's car because, based on popularity votes, Boxer's been eliminated.
Whoa, that's kind of harsh there, Sweet JP. Why don't you tell us a little bit about this awesome car first?
Well, Marcus, it's an Electrac. They won't know what hit them. Get it? Like in watts? When Electrac hits the track. This high-tech hybrid boasts the twin-turbo engine and 2 electric motors that sends it charging to the front of the race, using high-powered battery packs for instant acceleration. It's no shock this pumped-up prototype leaves the competition completely fried.
Nice. Okay, well, you know what stood out to me is that these side rollers, the white ones here, are not standard on this car. This car was custom built with side rollers added. Looks like the car was designed for them. It was quite a clever idea. Could have really come in handy when you're side by side or when you're hitting a corner. Unfortunately, it didn't get a chance to play out here. Anyway, thanks for joining us and contributing, Boxer, of MakersBox Motors.
Yes, thanks MakersBox Motors for joining Yellowline and being a part of this fun event.
Okay, take it away, Sweet JP.
It's Yellowline 1, Race 2.
Are we done with the drone then?
The sound of the crowd settling for the start is a constant drum in the back of one's head, fighting over seats, showing support for their favorite driver, and that constant pop, pop, pop of guns being fired in celebration. The cars, one by one, roar to life as their drivers press the start button and frantically start making adjustments to bring the beast within under control. The sounds of the crowd now drowned out by the roar of engines, each driver focused on the road ahead and their own vision of victory. The intense smells of various forms of fuel and hot burnt rubber assault the senses. The vibration, intense heat, and riverets of sand blowing across animate the pavement surface into a living, breathing thing. The yellow line hastily painted across its surface becomes not only the start of this brutal punishment that both man and machine will endure, but also the finish when only one will be victorious. Only one will be named the victor. Now it's time to introduce the drivers and teams. They're lined up in how they finished in race 1. In first place, we got Cooper of MQH Racing. Hey Marcus, did you know that the Governor was a futuristic mafia-styled muscle car? It was actually produced in 2048 as a Cadillac Eldorado, a revitalization of the Eldorado line. Then we have N-Count of Chase Family Racing. In third, it's the racing drone Soldier 1. And in fourth, it's Magic Mike of RoadRage Racing. And then yours truly in fifth, Sweet JP, Planet Dorothy. And our newcomer is Marco Polo of Polo Racing, starting in sixth. Yellowline Race 2, brought to you by Dexter Oil, the future is now. And Delta Force, your aerial combat mercenaries. If you have to blink, blink now, because these laps go fast. At the end, we'll review the replay videos.
End count in the racing drone side by side. Sweet JP makes a pass. Soldier 1's on the curbing. And Cooper's crossed the line 6.352 seconds. That's 22 1,000ths of a second faster than the fastest lap in race 1. Cooper's still in first. End count in second. Sweet JP's moved up to third. Magic Mike in fourth. And Soldier 1 in fifth. Unfortunately, Marco Polo's out. We'll have to check the replay for that. Lap 2, and it's Cooper and End count in the front row. Cooper leading, and Sweet JP's moved up to second. Cooper crosses the line, another altercation for Soldier 1. 6.524 seconds. Cooper still in first, and Sweet JP's moved up to second. I knew he could do it. That's a solid car. End count in third, Magic Mike in fourth, and Soldier 1 in fifth. Soldier 1 of the racing drones hasn't actually finished a lap yet, but has stayed on the track each time, which brings him back around to the back. He's just hanging on. It's the third and final lap. Cooper on the inside lane and Sweet JP on the outside lane. End count and Magic Mike on the middle row. And Soldier 1 in last place. Cooper way out in the lead. Then it's End count. Cooper and End count followed closely by Soldier 1. 6.267 seconds. That's a new fastest time. Cooper in first. End count in second. Soldier 1 in third. Magic Mike in fourth. And unfortunately, Sweet JP and Marco Polo are out.
What happened to Sweet JP?
Cooper, let's do the finish line drone.
Hang on, I got it.
Here I am, back with the leaders. We got Cooper, End count, and Magic Mike.
I think Sweet JP's still fuming about that crash, Marcus.
Okay, well, let's go to the scores. 14 points for Cooper of MQH Racing. 12 points for End count of Chase Family Racing. 10 points for the Soldier of Racing Drones. 8 points for Magic Mike of RoadRage Racing. Now let's go to the total points earned so far, Race 1 and Race 2 combined. Cooper's got a total of 24 points now. End count, 20 points. Soldier 1, 16 points. Magic Mike, 13 points. Sweet JP and Marco Polo, no points on the board yet. And a reminder that each race, the points earned goes up. So in race 3, it's going to be 18 points for a win. Let's take a look at the popularity. Cooper still in the lead. End count second. Marco Polo third. Sweet JP fourth. And Magic Mike fifth.
Vote below. Let me know who your favorite cars and drivers are. The least popular will be eliminated to make room for a new contestant.
Okay, now for the replays. Let's see what happened.
The first lap was going well. I passed Soldier 1 on the outside, but we made contact there and Soldier 1 went off track. Then somewhere back there, Magic Mike made contact with Marco Polo. Marco Polo crashed. Magic Mike made it across the line. Well, not off track. Soldier 1 kept the two wheels up on the curb there, so technically it's still on the lap. And there's Marco Polo on his roof. An unfortunate start for the race for Marco Polo. It's unfortunate. You work, you train, you think you're all prepared for the event, and then some lunatic runs you off the track.
Whoa there, Sweet JP. There's no proof of what kind of collision occurred there.
Lap 2, I just kept my sights on Cooper, tried to close the gap, worked my way up to second. Fairly uneventful lap until the end. This time it was End count, passing Soldier 1 on the final turn. And again, Soldier 1 ended up spun out before the finish line. Then the third and final lap, I was really pumped. I was on the front row right next to Cooper. I I lagged a little bit there at the start, and then I don't know what happened. The car just veered right, left the track. There's nothing I could do. To be honest, I think it was sabotage. Across the line, it was Cooper, End Count, followed closely by Soldier 1, and then Magic Mike. Vote for your favorites. We've got Cooper of MQH Racing with 24 points. End Count in second place of Chase Family Racing with 20 points. In third, it's Magic Mike of RoadRage Racing with 13 points. And yours truly, Sweet JP from Planet Dorothy, 0 points so far. Just gotta make this car stick. It's a good car. I know I can come in first. If you haven't gambled yet, gamble on an underdog. Gamble on Sweet JP. And Marco Polo of Polo Racing with 0 points. One of the most anticipated entries. And unfortunately had a horrible first run. Hopefully he can prove himself next time if he's still with us. And it's Fractal Panda of Fractal Panda Racing, who's going to replace whoever gets eliminated for race 3.
Wow, Fractal Panda. That's amazing. We've got Fractal Panda here.
Fractal Panda's driving a Scupa di Fugo.
Let's hear it for Fractal Panda.
Oh yeah, I know who I'm betting my chips on.
Well, not a surprise, but Cooper's popularity is really taking off. Magic Mike is slumping in the polls here.
Hey, but Magic Mike has 13 points.
Disappointing run by Marco Polo.
But check out Fractal Panda. Wow.
Yeah, his popularity really shot up just being announced.
I voted for Fractal Panda a couple of times.
Drop a comment and vote for your favorite. Also, don't forget to place your bet on who's going to win at the end of race 5. The sooner you bet, the bigger the prize.